Hi guys, good evening. I'm just setting up the links in the chat. So one moment, I'll be ready. Okay. I'm ready. Yes, I'm ready now. Let me just set up the chat. Hi guys, good evening everyone. Sorry, I was 10 minutes late. I was trying to complete my GTA mission. I was stuck in there, so wanted to finish it. Hi Praveen, hi Ram, hi Vasudha, hi Srini, hi Raghu, hi Mitchell. Good evening. I hope you all had a good day. Market finally did some positive move. At the end of the day, once the Fed speaker gave a hint that yes, rates will be 25 basis points, not 50 basis points, and that was taken by thumbs up by the market. Hi, Sridhar. And luckily, unluckily, did that cash account trade with me on Airbnb. It did hit my stop loss and then ran, but it happens because nobody was expecting Fed speaker to say that and market to give that kind of push. But today we will see where we are in terms of levels, in terms of zones, or we are going to have one more day of choppiness, possibly. Can we have a continuation? Possibly. We'll look at all of those factors and try to see what is the best possible scenario going into tomorrow. Hi, Mr. Gudge. Hi, Aaron. Uh, All right, so I'll start from my scans today first. So let's see if we have anything on the inside day. So there are 9 inside day, John Deere, Low, Target, Moderna, ITSI, Laser, Rocket. So the only thing I may consider is ITSI in my list. Let me also do a scan on 12 and 34. Any close which happened in the last half an hour, or let me take 1 hour, where we have 12 crossing 34. NVIDIA, AMD, and Coin. So they both crossed 12 and 34. Okay, Coin, I think there's news on Coin because of the Bitcoin. It's going down, so we'll not consider that. Docu looks good. So 1234, again, I told you last time that you can simply set up a moving average crossover, set the exponential as your period, as your type, and give the numbers 12 crosses 34, or you can also reverse 34 crosses 12 to see the bearish. This is a bullish pattern which I use on 1 hour. If you want to check this on half an hour, you can do that by changing this time filter. Hi Saurabh, hi Anna, hi Vijay. All right, so NVIDIA, AMD, and ITSI. So let me go back to my list and make a note. Do we have ITSI? I need to add ITSI here. NVIDIA and AMD. AMD I recommended to go up. So today it almost hit 81. So I've been recommending AMD for buying the dips. It happened there and it works out well. So let's start from the ES today. And guys, if you have any questions, please post when I'm covering a particular ticker so that it's easier for me to answer in live. So let's start from 1 day chart. So today we had a complete dodgy, right? This is the candle which we had. And then this is weekly, sorry. So let's start from a weekly picture. You can see that after a long consolidation, like these were 3 inside weeks and we fell down, we are making a weekly dodgy. So this week we opened at 39.75, I will not be surprised if we close tomorrow at the same number. We may have just chop, 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 and more chop. That will make one thing very clear, that yes, either market is going to change its direction and it has made a short-term bottom. And from there on, we can see if there's a possible bounce or not. All right. So I'm going to consider that tomorrow most likely will be much more choppier than today. But once we clear that, we should have much more positive environment. So if you see 3995, this was the number which I was posting in my channel as well, that unless and until we cross this, the positive momentum may take a backseat. So initially we hit this area and then we struggled. We closed this right on that uh, channel from the bottom. Like, let me just, this is the channel. We started from the 3500 all the way to today. So this channel we created and it closed right on that channel. So still nothing has changed. PMI actually already came in, Soma, yesterday. So I don't think so there will be any much complications after that. But let's look at the PMI numbers as well. Thank you for reminding me. So right now the trend is negative. Like, how I evaluate trend, I look at the two EMAs, 12 and 34. 34 is the red color, 12 is the green color. So as of now, 34 is leading the 12. So the trend is negative. Now in this market, the bias is negative. So if it goes higher, it's better to sell on rise, or it's better to buy if it drops to a particular support level. But in between, if you try to buy or if you try to sell, it will be really, really hard. So better to clean up or clear these levels first. Like if we can have a closing above 3995, we could have potential move towards 4025, which will be really hard to cross because for 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 attempts, we struggle to cross that. So I think we'll still do a back test going into 4025, 4026. And as I said, I'm expecting a dodgy closing on the weekly candle. That will be really meaningful going into the next week. So unless and until we have something substantial, like there's an economic event happening at 8:30, so there will be numbers coming out. If those numbers are a very big surprise, this can change. But the positive momentum will only come once we cross 3995. We did move higher. I'm not going to argue on that, but we moved higher based on the news. And the market was so pissed off in the last few days by consolidation and choppiness that one news trigger made a catalyst and triggered the entire upmove. All right. So if I have to consider levels, 3995 crosses, 410, 425 will be hard. 410, 425 will be hard to go long. So again, my consideration is if we have to buy, so now I'm like positive. No, I will be positive if I cross 3995 and hold, or if it goes back and do a fake breakdown. Like today, what happened? These were the two last lows, right? It went below that and then regained it. So it was a fake breakdown. Yesterday, I was expecting a fake breakout, but did a fake breakdown. So it made a new low. And then once the new low was overtaken, like 39.45, it regained the momentum and then made a bullish engulfing. So right now, the candle which was this bullish engulfing, it comes to that area of resistance. And since then, it has offset 20 points. So the momentum or the bias is still negative or neutral. I will only like to buy once we cross 3995. There's a bullish engulfing here. Bullish engulfing candle. I expect it to test 12 and 34 both. So these will be a really, really good resistance zone. So if you cross, you're not expecting a very big move. expect it to test 4010, 4011, and 4025. Once it crosses that area, only then things will become. So I'm rounding it off 4010 and 4025. Once it crosses 4025, momentum can move higher. And I'm going to give it 50%, 50% because Dow stocks are holding up really well. Boeing, Caterpillar, John Deere, LMT, all of them have risen with some strength. And as a result, Dow Jones have moved up from a good base after consolidation. So Dow Jones stocks also have contribution in the S&P. So Dow stocks are performing well. As I said, industrials and banks expect except Goldman Sachs. So things can become a little positive once we cross here. So I'm giving it 50-50. On the short side, I'm also uh, inclined to sell the same region if we sell below this area, the black dark line. If we are not able to cross this resistance, 39.75, 39.80 is a good area to short. And again, the targets will be the same area where we found the support 39.45, 39.50. Or if I just maximize this size of the candle just to give you an idea right here. So you see this area is a base. It dropped and it bounced right from there. Okay. And these are only the wicks. So till the moment we are holding this area, I think we will be fine. Like we may have a short drop towards 39.60. So you may try to do a fake breakout because here we have made a new high than the previous high. So tomorrow, if we are not able to sustain this, this will become a fake breakout and potentially we can go down. So from 39.95, 20 points, 10 points, confirmation 3975. 3975 is an area where you can go short. 3975 through 3980. Target 3960 and then 3945. 3960, 3945 is a good support area. If we lose that, then that's it. This time market may not be able to get up. But I don't assume or expect a big move on the downside either, because I expect the candle to remain dodgy. So 39.65 to 39.85 is the range which I expect. 39.60, 39.45, and 39.15. More choppiness expected. That's on ES. Let's go to NQ. NQ is holding this 12,000 area, 12,015. Even now in the after hours, 12,015. Similarly, like 39.75 area is being held by ES. 12,015 is held by NQ. And this is a 38.2 Fibonacci. So 38.2 Fibonacci is a really good support. Today, we lost it and recaptured it. But one thing you need to see, and this is pretty much evident here, that we are still making, let me choose the annotations. This is one day where we had the high, second day is another lower high, third another lower high, fourth another lower high, fifth another lower high, sixth another lower high. So we are making back-to-back 6 days of low highs. It means there is some serious pressure on tech stocks. Tech stocks have been lagging behind, and yes, they went up, but they are struggling to cross 34 EMA. Now, 12 and 34 is converging. It's coming closer, and we are not able to breach. But in case of ES, let me just put a picture back to back, just to show you one comparison. You see right here. ES, you will see that it is away from 12 and 34, and it is struggling at a 50% Fibonacci. On the other hand, NQ is struggling, or not struggling, it's finding support at a 38.2 Fibonacci. In this case, if we hold this, the possibility of going towards 12,300 is really high. If we lose this, like we have tried multiple times losing it, but somehow, somewhere we come and we pick up the like momentum and go higher. Like today, 830 was right here. So 830 came and it bounced right from that point. So unless and until we hold this area, I don't think so there's going to be much more pressure on NQ. If we lose, then there will be pressure mounting on the NQ. And with Microsoft showing strength today, chip stocks again back into the action, Amazon, Google both showing strength today, CRM is showing strength today. I don't see NQ going down. So this is really, really good area for NQ to accumulate unless there is some negative news. I think if we are going into the next week, I will, if we have a dodgy, I will consider it to be a positive sign going into the next week. Okay. Let me come back to one. So I am going to mark NQ as positive. I want NQ now to like have a resistance of, have a stop loss of 12,015. And if we can buy above or buy in the range 12,050 to 75, right dot is below, so I don't want it to jump into the train right now. And I don't think so we are going to have some massive moves like yesterday in the futures. We should hold this area. Confirmation will come above 12,090, and that will be your first target, or let's make it 1200, 12,100 and 145. These are the two targets. Once we cross this area, then things will become much, much more better. So I'm more inclined towards 60% on NQ, positive bias, and 40% on the downside. I want to sell this, and I want to sell this below, I would say 11,972. Sell below 11,975. My stop loss will be 12,015. Target is same, 11,850, 11,650. These are the two levels which are there. 650 is right there. 11,850, 920 is right there. 11,850 is right there. This was the previous candle from 11,850 where we had the space. So we tested this base today and bounced. So this is kind of the support we test. This was the base we were holding and then we bounced. Today we did the same thing and bounced almost 200 points from there. So this was really, really good support area. So let me clean this. And guys, anybody, any questions on any of these levels or anything you have, let me know. And this is the DMI, which I explained last time. Now you see DMI is going down because there was choppiness in the market. And now the green line, which is right here, is taking some positive direction, and the red line, which is the negative indicator, is coming down. So, which is good for the market. So in terms of level, these are the two levels looking good, positive to short. QQQ, positive to short. And I got one ticker, not ticker, one code from one of the prominent Twitter players called TikTok regarding showing SPX values in relation to ES. I will put that here so that you can see. So you'll see in triple Q, we had a bullish engulfing candle, similar to NQ. It's closed right on the 34 EMA, tested 294.5 Fibonacci exactly to the point, and then came back where it bounced from 38.2 Fibonacci. So it bounced from 290 area, crossed, closed right on the 34 EMA. 34 EMA is now really, really good uh, in terms of breakout zone. So once we get above 294 or we get above 3915, I think things will get much cleaner on the NQ side, triple Q side, and they will be the leaders. So I'm going to add NQ, no, not triple Q. The level is still the same. And like as I said here, 289.80 was a good support. Today it was tested and then we bounced from there. We have a bullish engulfing today. So same thing, loss will be bad. Target will be 295.75, 295.75. That will be 12 EMA and then 299. Again, 60-40 ratio. So I'm expecting tech stocks to take a lead. So this is the Fibonacci of 61, 299. 299 will be a little hard to cross, but let's see if we can cross. But go long only about today's high. If we can cross 294.50 and hold, only then go long. Similarly, if we can hold above 3995 and stay over there, then go long. Otherwise, just avoid going long. It will be choppy. On the downside, we need to go down below 290 area to make a short. In between, it will be choppy. Either you can buy around 290 and keep a very short stop loss, or you sell a risky at around 293, 294. I would not go for a short at 293, 94 because this area is 34 EMA. A break here will be really positive for the NQ and triple Qs thing. So the levels are there for all the tickers. Apple, last time we talked about Apple, it was 188, not 148 area. And since then we have lost 34 EMA and 12 EMA was lost already. And one thing is that the momentum is declining and the strength is declining in the positive side, which was evident. And that's why we are going down, and strength in the negative is going higher. So a back test of 12 EMA is already there. Now, if market has to move higher or market needs to make change in the positive side, Apple should be a good contributor like Microsoft. But as of now, it needs, or it will confirm that once we cross 148. Till the moment it is holding below 147, 146.50, it will be tough for Apple to cross. So I'm going to add one more row for Apple. Let me add. So this is Apple, which one is, I'll just copy this. One is positive side, where you can buy above 146.50 if it holds, and keep a stop loss of 145.25. See, price tells you everything. Like I have explained the piercing pattern where I take the stop loss at the middle of this candle, and you will see that the middle of this candle is coming somewhere in this area. So it's a good stop loss, 144, 145. So target is 147.67, 148. 147, 7 and 148.25. That's one set where if market is going higher, I'm going to give 40% chance on the high side and 60% on the low side. If market shows momentum and Apple is trying to show, only buy in this area. Otherwise, sell on rise to 146, 147. Stop loss 147.7. Target will be 143. It almost came to 143 area today. right? 143.90. So 143.90, and next will be 140. 143 is a good area, and 141. So if we lose this area, 145, 143, this will be an area to sell. It is back tested 34 EMA, need to cross above it for positive move. AMD news came in, and then we had the bullish engulfing. And what happened? This entire consolidation was handled by one big green candle, which covered this consolidation. So now what we need is we need a breakout above 80.9. We tested 80.9 today, and then we held over there. We need to cross 81. 86 is a very good target, which I'm expecting will be next on AMD. And that's why I have recommended AMD for the next week. So now I want AMD. Again, buy in the dip if you can get, because the momentum is really good on AMD. Buy in the dip around 79.50 to 80. Stop loss is 78.75, 81, 82.8, 86. There's a very high possibility for AMD. Also, AMD is holding this gap. Today, it had the chance to go down and fill the gap at 75. It did not. It shows that the buyer are still interested and wants to hold it above this area. So AMD is seriously looking good. If you want to go long, that's one of the prime uh, like tickers. So if I want, I should mark this in blue color. This is my high probable trade. If I have to trade, I will be looking into AMD. Amazon. So Amazon did one thing beautifully, and I posted it in my chart. It's a hammer. It tested uh, to the point this long-term trend line. Last time when we broke out from here, we made 112 before the earnings, and then we came down. Now we are coming back to back test it, and we are making a hammer. So this is a seriously positive momentum for Amazon. So if we have to, and that's why I'm saying I'm much more inclined towards going higher. AMD is positive, Amazon is looking positive. So in this case, Amazon is a hammer, which is bullish. It's a hammer on long-term trend line. Just imagine hammer, like if you push the hammer on something at the bottom, it's like if you use Thor hammer and hit it on the ground, the sand will go up. The same thing is here. We are having a hammer and we pushed it at the bottom, it's going to go up. So it's very much positive. Again, I do not want to miss any opportunity here. So any dip in Amazon, I will buy for the next week. Buy in the dip. 91.50 or 91.92. That should be the area. Stop loss will be today's low, which is 90. I'll make it 90. Target will be the first is the 12, this area. 93.75. 93.75 and 96.3. And these stickers have been lagging. So after some seriously good move, they should show some strength. Now, I don't want to cover coin. I want to cover BABA or BA. Now let's cover BABA. BA already moved. So BABA is right there. BABA moved up faced resistance at 120 area, came back, made 87.27, bottom, tested that, and is showing strength on the bounce. Now, this is really good. It went up. This was a gap which was initially made by Baba when going up. This was a good consolidation, which is respected here. Same thing with NQ. So once we are in a good consolidation back test, this is good. Now there is no gap left. There was gap here, gap here. These are the two previous gaps. So unless something negative or horrible comes along, these gaps will be filled. Otherwise, the gap here is looking really, really good. So I am interested to go long on Baba, and come on, yes, I want to pick up Baba around 90 area, 90.5 and above. Let me just clear this annotations. So I want to pick up Baba. I'm just giving it neutral because I still wanted to go higher. So buy above 90.5. Stop loss is 89.5. And target here is 92 and 94. 92 is the Fibonacci, 94.6 is 94.6, 94.5, 35. This is what you call 12 EMA. Again, back tested the major support. Crowd is like one thing which is holding 119 and it's looking beautiful. It went up, but after hours it came down. So one thing which I'm looking very much positive is crowd. Crowd is Obrino. I will do that, but right now it's like I'm still using the Fibonacci levels from that regression channel, so I'll still consider it. So one thing which is really good happening in crowd is it's making a bullish engulfing and right at the top of the consolidation. So this shows it has strength. Now, anytime you see a dip on crowd regarding 119, that's an area to buy. Target is 124. It's a inside day, inside week. Like still, you will see it's an inside week breakout. How many weeks of consolidation? 1, 2, 3, 4. So it's a good breakout which is happening in crowd. I'm assuming I'm not here. Yes. So crowd is really, really good. Thanks, Ryan, for shop. I'll check on shop as well. So coming back to this crowd, I'm looking, it can hit 130 and fill that gap right there. It has earnings coming up into the next week. So potentially it's going to fill the gap before the earnings 131, 135. And similar to Palo Alto, other companies, it can really, really go higher from here. So it's looking really, really good. If you want to try something, that's a really good thing on the radar. Crowd positive, buy if you can get in a dip. 121 to 123, anything is good. Looking to fill the gap. Inside week, it's a breakout. Looking to fill or looking to pre-run the ER run. Lulu didn't like Lulu is holding 308 for I don't know, for seriously some reason. So here I want to do Roblox. I was looking at Roblox and it did show some significant strength in the today's market. So it bounced right off the 12 and 34 EMA and it based out of 36 area. So it's looking really, really good. It was supposed to be inverted head and shoulders, like right here. It started but failed. Now it's trying one more time. So let's see if we can make this into a W and come and hit 44, 45. So tomorrow it will be really, really interesting. If we can hold 38, 38 should be really good stop loss. It had relative strength today. So Roblox is positive. 38 is the stop loss. Buy in any dip between 38 to 39. Right now it's above 39. That's 5. But if you can find a dip, try to add it around 38, 39. Target is 40.35. And then the next target will be 42 to 44. Roblox is another one which I'm looking forward to. It had excellent relative strength today. So this is Roblox. I want to make it blue. This is one of the probables I'm looking forward to. Meta. Meta is holding 12 EMA. Somehow it is holding, but it's not showing that kind of strength. So I don't want to cover Meta. I'll pick up something else. Pranay Rao based on a beer flag. Crowd is a beer flag. No, brother. Beer flag is something like you need to have, like if this is a beer flag, then you need to have some consolidation, like some candles going up here. But this is not a consolidation. This is flat going up in a channel. So if it has to be bear flag, then it needs to start somewhere from here. It's going up and it's right there. The top was curtailed and it broke out. So there's no bear flag on this. Stickers which I was doing Meta. So Meta I don't want to cover because Meta is not moving significantly. Instead, we can do ITSI. So ITSI is right here. ITSI has an inside day. It's in inside day. So tomorrow, if we can have a break above 119, and ITSI in this zone has found support. If we lose this, it's a big M pattern, which is there on ITSI. So loss of yesterday's low will be nasty for ITSI. But looking at the market, and ITSI is something which is related to shopping. So if Amazon is showing strength, ITSI will also show strength. Shopify will also show strength. All the e-commerce stocks will show some strength. But we need to see, because Costco's e-commerce was bad today. So we need to just watch and be careful. So ITSI is sell below 116. Let me just add right there. It's inside day. Sell below 116. And buy above 119. Stop loss is 117.50. Target will be 124 and 125, 123, 125.75. If it loses this area 116, you can certainly short it down. Microsoft was showing some relative strength today. It's a bullish engulfing candle. It retained that area. Now the same principle. If you want to see market to go higher, sell this on the rise. Like if it comes to 250 or 53, you can sell this, or you can make it positive right here. Buy. Let me copy something. See, in some cases like Apple, Microsoft, Tesla, I tend to give levels on both sides because they are big heavyweights and can go. Praveen, wait, I'll come to that once I finish all this. So Microsoft, if I have to buy, I want to buy above 252. So buy above 252, which is 34 EMA. Stop loss is 250.50. Target is 253.25. And then 256. So it's a 60-40 probability on Microsoft. I'll be buying in this area, or if I have to sell, I'll be selling in this area. Netflix broke down this long-term trend yesterday, and since then it went down, and it's showing a hammer today at the bottom. Like, it didn't move much on the higher side either. Even after the market moved higher, it was consolidating. I think there's a possibility, and Netflix usually runs on Friday. So keep an eye if it's a hammer. So Netflix is still neutral, but a hammer, which is a positive sign at the bottom, because we have seen it come down all the way from 375.80 to all the way 310. So it is pre-ER run. Everything is right there. And I've seen some buying opportunity happening right here. So it's a hammer. I want to go above 313.50, and Netflix buy above 313.50. Stop loss will be today's low, which is 310. Can hit 320. And if it hits 320, next will be 329. Keep an eye on Netflix. Netflix can be really, really good for tomorrow. Nvidia, I really don't know what to do with the stock. It came back, tested the 12 EMA and a super bullish engulfing candle. So any dip which is happening in Nvidia is getting bought. Even if they are doing $10 billion offering, the 12 EMA did provide the support today, and then we bounced right from there. So it's a bullish engulfing candle or an outside day candle. Oops. So it says positive, which is right now. So there's no point. It's bullish engulfing, back tested 12 EMA. And guys, sometimes I misspell, so please be yeah. It back tested 12 EMA, and it's holding the gap from the earnings. Now stop loss is 229. Nvidia stop loss is 229. Any dip, buy in the range 230 to 233. 238. We need to see if we can cross 238 this time. 238, 230 is the gap fill area, which we did. So 2, and this was the top right there. So 232, 233, this was the area. Now 248, 238 is something right there. We need to see the gap. So right around 250 to 60. If we can close above this area, then that's the potential. So I think if sellers are not done, they would use the opportunity to sell around 238 to 50 area. So 238 to 50 area. I will sell this once it goes below, but not at this time. Google was showing excellent strength today. It did bounce, and I said last time as well that Google is consolidating and it's ready for a move. And that move happened out of this today. So it backtested 12 EMA. See, dodgy is a confirmation. Always remember, dodgy is a confirmation which is changing the trend. So no matter what happens in the market, if you have dodgy happening, the sticker will move high. And that's why I expect if we can have a dodgy tomorrow, I think we'll have much more confidence in the reversal in the market. So Google is really good. Buy in any range, like 91 is a good stop loss. Buy in any dip if it comes. 91 to 92. It has back tested. 94 is the area to test. And once 94, it is 97. So Google is looking really good. 94 and 97. These are good targets for Google. Square finally broke out today above 77.6. Stop loss is right there. Square has almost filled the gap. Yes, it has filled the gap. Now I need to see whether it can break away above this or not. If it does, then things will become much better for Square. So if we can hold above 78.50, I think I'll be much more inclined to go long on Square. So 78.50 is my area. If it can fill, stop loss is 77.65. So only buy in this case if it goes higher. It's a bullish engulfing, yes. And it also backtested 12 and 34 both. So it's a good setup for Square as well. Tesla Tesla was short, as we always know that after any earnings, not any event which Tesla does, it loses the momentum. So that's not a surprise. Like, people were surprised to see Tesla down and they were disappointed, but it's fine. It came to that 185 area today and then bounced from it. Now Tesla is on a very important area, 190. If it holds that 190 area, it can try towards 195, 199 to do a back test. If it loses 190, it can test 185 and then it has to go down. Right now, it is coming in a zone where sellers are there in Tesla. So if I have to buy, I want to buy with a stop loss of 190. I want to buy around 190 to 50, buy above. And it needs to hold that area for some time. Target will be 195 and 199.50. I'm giving it 50-50 because in this case it's struggling. Sell 192.5, sell below 190. 185, 176. So these are the targets for Tesla. Okay, let me share you all the Zoom link and then you can ask your questions regarding all the tickers. So where is the Zoom link? And we can go through all the tickers one by one. Chat is right here. I've shared the link. If you have any tickers you want to discuss, please join the call. I have enabled it. And in between, I'm reading your comments and we'll try to go through. So the first comment is, good evening, good evening, good evening, good evening. PMI. So let's open the investing.com and let's see what is the PMI and its impact. So economic calendar, tomorrow morning. So we have PMI at 10 a.m. tomorrow. Okay. Let's open the numbers. So this number, if expectation is 54.5, but the previous week, the midweek economic numbers from BMA was low, so it's showing seriously weakness in the market, or the kind of less growth, because the buying orders are lesser than the expectations. And PMI is not the inflation, it is the number of buying orders. Like if you look at the definition right here, it is the overall economic condition of the non-manufacturing sector. So this is not as much important as I would say manufacturing, but services, because US is not a service-based economy. US is much more, I would say US is, yes, a service-based economy, but not that significantly. So I would not say this is a really, really important number, but yes, it does have some impact on the market. So we need to watch that, yes, if services sector has seen any kind of weakness, if there is a weakness, that will put Fed into a backseat for 25 basis point. If there is strength here, that will be taken by positive by the market, that yes, even after raising the interest rates, the services sector is still showing good uh, orders or uh, strength. So this will be taken as positive. So possibility of going positive on this is really high. Then I have UAL from Praveen. UAL has broken out from the zone and it's ready for a bull flag. UL is a bull flag. If you want to go long with AL, UL, every airline will work. It's a bull flag 100%. Then Shop, I think was holding well from Ryan. Again, it's a consolidation and the big candle covers it up. The earnings were bad, but were they really, really bad? I don't know. They need to be, it needs to show some strength. Like I want it to cross 43 to show any really good momentum. In between, yes, if a market is positive, it's a high beta, so it will move for sure. SE, I'll not read SE. Like SE is struggling in this area. It has, I would say it needs to grow 65 to show me any good strength. Obrino, so SE is 65 and above, only then I will trade this. TJ, sorry to hear that. Nvidia, it doesn't look. Nvidia, I'm also surprised by. There's nothing. Coin, I don't think so. It's gonna move higher because Bitcoin, if you see right now, there was some Bitcoin is about 1200 down. So I don't think so. Coin will have any positive momentum. Sorry. So guys, any other person who has any questions or anything they want to share, they want to discuss, they want to give their views, share the Zoom link. You can come in and share your thoughts. You want to unmute? I can unmute. Yes. Yes, Mr. GP. You can speak.
Yes, buddy. Can you also look at
I cannot hear you. I did unmute you, GP Singh.
Can you hear me?
Sorry, I'm mute. Okay, can you speak now?
Can you hear me?
Praveen, I just did UAL. It's a bull flag for me. Yes, go ahead, GP.
I think I'm having some issues. Can you hear me?
Yes, I can hear you.
Can you also take a look at SPX? You mentioned you will add to your list going forward. That will be great.
The SPX I do not prefer for few reasons.
Mm-hmm.
And first of all, SPX creates unnecessary gaps. Okay, so this is my SPX chart. It came 3931 right at this bottom and then bounced. It is making a bullish engulfing candle. Okay, and if you're using ES, right, there's a very small difference in terms of number. There's a premium. Can you unmute your like 1 second? Like this is 3975 on ES. Okay, what is ES? ES is a derivative of SPX, like a baby of SPX. Okay, so this is ES. It's a future which is tradable 24 into 5. SPX is only tradable 930 to 4. It leaves gaps. It does not cover the 24 hours moves on the index. That's why I do not prefer SPX. There's always a discount or premium happening between SPX and ES levels. And this discount comes to zero once we are towards the monthly or quarterly expiry of the futures, where we call that quad witching. On that day, SPX will exactly become equal to ES. Otherwise, ES is always leading with 20 to 30 or 5, 10 premium points. If I'm putting 3975, you can reduce that by 10 points or 5 points. Looking at the premium, you will have SPX levels.
Great.
Okay. Now, the only problem why I don't do this is because I already have ES and people trade futures. SPX is only tradable in options. ES is tradable both on options as well as on futures. So it is much more relevant for me to keep ES. I can give you a script which can convert ES level into SPX. That will give you that level.
Sure.
Okay, I'll do that. That's not a big deal. So anything else, GP? Oh, you are mute. Anything else you have? Any questions?
That's it, Raji. Thank you.
No problems. Okay, Momin. FSLR did broke out after some excellent earnings. Do not try to short this thing. It's non-stop. It's breaking out and it has broken out. So there's nothing like the next level which comes to me is 206. So might be going to 206. Yes, the stock is breaking out. Just continue to see when the stock is breaking out, it will continue to grow higher. Every market dip will be bought. Yes, all the airlines, casinos, they'll be good because summers are coming and the travel sector has seen some strength. ES is forming on a bull flag on 30-minute candle. Let us just check that. 30-minute candle. I'll not call this as a bull flag because I don't have, like, the base is missing right here. It should be right here. Usually bull flag is like this. Okay, or like this, where you have flat base. Now, in this case, we have a channel. Now, if you want to call this as a bull flag, people call it. Yes. So I will not uh, I will not disagree that if you want to call like people, like, it depends on how you mark your bull flag. So this looks to me fine if you want to call this as a bull flag. But for me, it's a partial bull flag rather than a cleaner bull flag because I consider the flag to be in a different formation. SCDG, ANPH. ENPH has like went down since the earnings and it's holding the right there. So it's holding this base area, which is against the trend line, holding the 12 EMA. Somehow it is managing to hold. Uh, I think 215 and above ENPH can go higher. 215 and above. But if it sustains, like this is a good consolidation which is happening. But FSLR is totally a uh, like massive earnings, and ENPH did not. So Amit, yes, you can do a spread. My idea is not to do multiple trades. My idea is to do only one trade. So if I do a trade, I have to wait for one trade. I will choose that trade to be a trade which is much more positive, and I have a very small stop loss. So if I go into a trade which is positive and a full setup, like AMD has a full setup, Google has a full setup, Amazon has a good setup, I would love to go in those trades and try to make positive money. I do not want to do spreads right now because I've done spreads, butterfly strategies. They work, but the amount of money you gain from spreads and butterflies is less than the amount of money you lose when things will not work. So that's the only reason I'm doing. Cash account will stop me from doing over trading because once the money is used, I cannot reuse it. That's why I'm looking for one good trade in a day, and that one good trade will be there no matter what. Today, unluckily, my stop loss got hit, but then Airbnb ran and it ran beautifully from 121 to 123. Tomorrow we'll have a good trade to cover it up. So that's the whole idea. All right. So thank you all for joining in tonight. And tomorrow is Friday. So I'll see you on Sunday evening. All right. Have a good day tomorrow and all the best, everyone. Good night. Bye bye.